Hello guys.
Seems all the other knights already have their hands full.
Hello guys. हेलो टेस्टिंग कर रहे हैं आवाज का। अच्छा ठीक लग रहा है, हाँ ठीक है।
ठीक है, तो अभी हम गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट में थोड़ा है, मतलब एक हफ्ता से खेल रहे हैं। यार लेवल 28 हुआ मेरा। अभी हम ये न्यू स्टार अप्रोचेस वाला मिशन कर रहे हैं। इसमें यहाँ तक पहुँच गए, इसके बात करना है। कट सीन्स नहीं दिखाएगा, हम खुद भी नहीं देखते कट सीन्स। कमेंट्री करके फायदा नहीं है, कोई देख तो रहा नहीं मेरा वीडियोस, लाइव स्ट्रीम देख तो रहा नहीं। वीडियो हमको नहीं पता गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट का कैसे बनाते हैं कमेंट्री के साथ, समझ में नहीं आता। माइनक्राफ्ट का देखा है, गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट का नहीं देखा आज तक कमेंट्री वीडियोस। माइनक्राफ्ट देखता हूँ, माइनक्राफ्ट जावा कहाँ कर सकता, मतलब वो जावला लॉन्चर जो मिलता है ना, क्योंकि मेरा पीसी बर्बाद है। मेरा पीसी मतलब लैपटॉप है, वो नहीं चलता, इसको बोल रहा हूँ। व्यूज में सिर्फ एक लाइव वॉचिंग है, वो भी मेरा ही है। दूसरा फोन में चैट्स पढ़ने के लगा, क्यों लगा के रखा है हमको खुद नहीं पता। पागल से बात कर रहे हैं। बैकग्राउंड नॉइस इग्नोर करना, इग्नोर भी क्या करेगा, तो कोई देख तो रहा नहीं। दुख है जिंदगी में बहुत। अभी माइक खरीदा था यूट्यूब वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए। एक चैनल है मतलब जिसमें वो क्या बोलते हैं, एनीमे का रिव्यू देने वाला चैनल के लिए माइक खरीदा था, वो खराब हो गया। अभी रिकॉर्डिंग का टाइम बैकग्राउंड नॉइज आता है। लैपटॉप में प्रोसेसिंग अच्छा नहीं होता, लैपटॉप में नहीं कर पाता एडिटिंग हम। फ़ोन ही ये एक अच्छा चीज़ है, मतलब अच्छा फ़ोन है, सपोर्ट हो जाता है जो भी खेलूँ हम। लाइव स्ट्रीम भी सपोर्ट हो रहा है। और हम फिर से अपने आप से बात कर रहे हैं। जितना भी लाइफ प्लान्स है हम इसी लाइव स्ट्रीम में बोलेगा। कोई देख तो रहा होगा नहीं ना, नहीं देख रहा। फ्यूचर देखो, हम बोल रहे थे फ्यूचर ऑडियंस को, कोई देख रहा होगा मतलब इन फ्यूचर अगर अच्छा हो गया मेरा, तो उन लोगों को बोल रहे हैं हम, क्या बोले हम, सुन के रख लो। वो शॉर्ट्स बनाते हैं ना यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स, अच्छा अच्छा बड़ा बड़ा क्रिएटर्स का, मेरा बना बना दियो ये सब काट के। तुम लोग के लिए बोल रहा हूँ ये सब, तुम लोगों के लिए नहीं बोल रहे हैं, समझ जाओ, तुम लोगों को ही बोल रहा है। तो अभी यूट्यूब करेगा हम। साइंस स्टूडेंट तो ज़्यादा टाइम मिलता नहीं है तो आज स्कूल नहीं गया तो कर लेगा हम। लाइव स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करना स्टार्ट करेगा शायद, लाइव स्ट्रीम करेगा गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट का। देखते हैं दूसरा दूसरा गेम। हमको शायद, हमको पता नहीं क्या करने से ग्रोथ मिलता है। हमको जितना लगता है वो करना चाहिए। हमको क्या बोलते हैं, खुद का एक कैरेक्टर बिल्ड करना चाहिए, ताकि मतलब मिड पैट उन लोगों को क्यों देखते, कैरेक्टर्स के लिए देखते। कुछ हमको फनी जैसा होना चाहिए, कुछ यूनिक कैरेक्टर बनाना चाहिए हमको खुद का, साइज और स्पीड कुछ करना तो चाहिए। हम वीडियोस इसलिए भी नहीं बना पाता क्योंकि ये देखिए बैकग्राउंड नॉइज बहुत है। हम किसको बोल रहे फिर से, Zhongli. Lain. Silang. Kelap kita.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Someone more. Hello. Second person जो भी है. Hi. हेलो. चैट में नाम बोल सकते हो उसका?
Look at this, Vanilla. This is where all connected. So it's a trick. Anything is a trick. Or better yet, take it down. That's quick. We have
हेलो. 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 सेकंड. हेलो. कौन देख रहा है लाइव स्ट्रीम? हिंदी समझ में आता है? डू यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी? Or shall I speak in English? Type something in the chat, whoever you are. The sound is okay. Hello. Hello. Whoever is watching, can you please say hi? If it is a real person or not, I can. और सच में कोई है, मतलब असली आदमी कोई है तो हाई लिखो ना. वो बॉट नहीं, बॉट हमको बॉट लग रहा है व्यूअर्स.
rite of parties. You would stopping ornaments. So you've been planning? That's one of them. She moved that much. I'm not at the time of discussion and diplomacy either way. Battle. Instead of confronting you to she faces a new could ask for me. But what happened?
बॉट ही होगा.
So you intend to besides.
हमको लगा था कि आ गया.
Fighting talk, I love it.
हेलो. कौन सा
This chance is hard to come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to stare off to the heart. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint. Oh, so sorry. Try this. Push your luck. Passable effort. Freeze.
Oh damn.
Passable effort. Let's dance. So contemplate. Don't worry about it. Come on, we can do it. Let's light it up. Go in. Yes, I should.
I got it. Huh?
You're saying almost too aware of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a harbinger. Freeze. Something else catch your eye? Dodge this. Frostbite.
यो हम हराया था, हम कैरेक्टर का हार दिया था।
As far as you
Strongly होगा।
didn't think you had the accordion up your sleeve. Quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
Yeah, what? Wait a second.
Ma, sound.
Showcase Shielder. What?
You beat me to it, didn't you?
Didn't understand. What you said? You power up. Not bad. Is my video quality too low? क्या मेरा वीडियो क्वालिटी लो है? Bro, लिखो ना कौन सा लैंग्वेज में कंफर्टेबल है? Which language are you comfortable in?
Adventure time. Dodge that door with your luck. Freeze. With your luck.
He left.
Dodge this.
Everybody stand back!
It seems the bird now that I can but no connection to the gnosis. Where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to
Thumbs up.
Today, you already know the answer. But if that is a secret, this battle is on. Anyone who strives is facts. You see appearances of the Guardians. As such, I had hoped it would never come. The truth is, unfortunately, I will awaken the god that will Osiris. If such an ancient god, do you think the coming words simple? I've already prepared my hands to
Yo.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Lira, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on? Everyone's exhausted. If we hadn't happened, do we make it in time? Is the over?
What are you?
Huh? Hold on. It's the adept time.
Faced with the calamity.
Against me. It's not just you, which is why we must. So the archive. So we'll recover.
We've already discussed
What?
the one that she saved it was and the fate. One for what could you? I suppose so be it. We haven't a moment to spare.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Grecian ballista!
The three Adeptire manning the Genshin ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me! Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you are made of then. What strength remains within you. One wishes to witness. This hole will be frozen in time. This gives you That is Osial's divine power. I am Be careful not to get hit. The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting! daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Go in! The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many to treat too! Kill them!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Electro energy! That runs from your body. It's like the tyrant Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madame King's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
Looks like dodge this.
With the blood of the Chilean, I guard you against evil! Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, then fight with all your might! I too did this during the Archon War! So this is what Ganya's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast! Go, Barbara, go! Yeah.
Just your strong body and spirit. Then perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
It will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak. In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right? The Fatui's numbers are thinning!
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
Look it.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Be careful now. The Guishan ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber. What is the meaning of this? I understand. Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Bye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Yo. Game.
Just once. Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has the effects of the city. It will be some time.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened... Savior, come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limit. At first, it was only the size of a small room. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both seeing the Jade Chamber. Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh,
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rexlap. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. This is truly no small feat. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light. Forebears, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage. This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream. What? In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive, but I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Right. That's something that happened in my Seven Nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughing stock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ning Wang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves? I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces, although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful and dangerous near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you say so, Cloud Retainer?
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adept.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, Conqueror. Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city, one fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue. Fair enough. Oh, since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Chising will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and... Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too? Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adeptiless Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Young Lee's going. Let's ask for him at lunch.
Zhongli. Nah.
I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhang.
Unfortunately, Zhang
Doesn't the Northland? Last time we saw Zhang, do you think he doesn't know? We had better go and make. And that's me.
Being here is consumer psychology.
You call this?
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhang Li and Child.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from you.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on. So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now,
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
how sanctimonious.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyra goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot.
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adipti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day, As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Oh, Jean.
but as I began to consider it was Liyue, so I feigned my own death. And indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so... That's right.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Jising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Senor. This meant I could remain. All of these things turned. I had expected them to do. They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors and used this.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking be that as it may?
Well,
Fine.
do as you wish.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now. One Wind Bookhouse. Guess this is where we go to buy books in Liyue. Should we ask here if they have a copy of the Liyue volume of the Teyvat Travel Guide? It's super duper interesting. Huh?
God, yes. And to think that say, now that I mean it all, still, forget.
Make my escape.
Hear ye all, though a dragon's gods and adept rumors, and he having been thwarted in his, nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
So something feels off. Could the chasing or... Exactly, right? Look, it's Ningguang and...
As said previous,
3,000.
we the people of long. Now that we have a, will you stand with?
So concludes the word. Does Her Eminence the Yuha... Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really...
Is that the traveler who they...
So young.
The Liu Qixing. Name your price. Whoa. Well, could you help me?
Roping you. Roping you.
If you were looking... The cleanup of... Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Shinya kiosk.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. And here you are...
Right. If... You're right.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people.
Hello.
I will treasure the memories that I
ठीक है
made as
Hello.
Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you. That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed. Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, that is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that Zhongli. Since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, this is what vision. But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the...
They want to seize visions.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all
Yo.
the more into that?
Second person जो भी है थैंक्स फॉर कमिंग जितना देर देखना है देखिए
Since Morax is dead, are they all just going to disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
This is terrible. We're all about to run out of Mora. The world is coming to an end.
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right, then. Was there anything else you wish to know? Well, then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
on the book. Book पे से
Ah, children, come. You've arrived at just the right moment.
Oh, what is it, Granny?
Oh, no. You've done so much for Lea Harbor already. I could hardly ask for more. In fact, my old friends and I have been putting our heads together to think of what sort of gift we might give you in return.
A gift? For Paimon?
Oh, child, you are so very modest. Uncommonly so, even. But you mustn't decline this gift. I simply won't allow it. When you traversed my old teapot in search of the cleansing bell, I heard your little friend mention that you often camp out in the wilds. That simply won't do. Especially since I imagine you still have a very long journey ahead of you. Fortunately, I have not yet grown so old as to see my subspace creation abilities atrophy. Oh, did my friends never mention that to you? Well then, it is a blessing we old folks once received from Rex Lapis, part of our illumination, if you will. I will not go into too much detail, but subspace creation is the ability to create a small, autonomous pocket world. The teapot that you entered previously was a little trinket created using that ability.
So, in the eyes of an adeptus, creating a magic teapot world is just child's play, huh?
Oh, indeed, the teapot is nothing to boast of. One such as myself must depart from this realm to create a world of one's own. Rex Lapis, on the other hand, moved mountains and seas. That is what one might call an exercise of true power. But that's enough nostalgia for now. The gift that I have prepared for you just requires a few...
That's right!
Oh, settle down now, children. There's... What's more, Well, for starters, I require some shimmer soil from the banks of Dihua Marsh. Back in the day, it could only be found where the glazed lilies thrived most profuse. You would have to dig downward, following the roots of the glazed lily, but almost no one even more difficult to find is Smaragdus jadeite. In any case, Smaragdus jadeite is an... Goodness knows...
Well, since you...
Yes,
She counts? How come there are so many adepti in Liyue Harbor? We seem to bump into them all the time. It feels like...
oh, maybe so. Who can say? A fair few of my old friends are rather fond of mundane mortal life, after all.
I'm back, Granny. Oh, I don't believe we've met.
Ah, allow me to do the honors. This child here is Yen Fei. She's the one helping run some errands for me. Yen Fei, I believe you've already heard of the traveler and her traveling companion.
Of course, who hasn't? Much has been written about you in the Millilith's records. You became one of Liyue's most wanted after the Millilith marked you as a suspect following the incident at the Rite of Dissension, before finally defeating an ancient god together with Granny and her associates, and subsequently being cleared of any and all suspicion by the Chising. What a shame. A shame that we didn't meet sooner. If we had, well, I can't say that I would have been able to clear you of suspicion immediately, but it certainly would have been less, embarrassing for you. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Yenfei, a legal advisor. Got a legal problem? You can come right to me. Oh, yes, here's my business card. You'll find it has my contact details and office address. Keep it handy. If
If you have an urgent issue, just leave me a note at this address. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I offer a very generous discount for first-time customers.
पैसा जो चाहिए
Yenfei,
मतलब
all right. Let's get to the. You'll have to
पैसा
excuse
चाहिए
Yenfei.
Paimon was gonna ask the same question. An Adeptus? I guess. Kinda. My old man said he was one anyway. He mentioned that he once campaigned with Rex Lapis for a long old time, and then after that was all over, he went back and married my mom. They had me, and once I was all grown up, the two of them upped and left on a journey, leaving me with Granny. Well, that's a bit casual for an Adeptus. Aren't you guys supposed to sign solemn contracts to protect Leo at Harbor and all that stuff? Well, my dad did say that he talked it through with Rex Lapis, and that he was fine with it. Even contributed towards the wedding gift, apparently. Anyway, let's not dwell on that too much. So, Granny, I've gotten a hold of most of the stuff you asked for, except for Smaragdus Jadeite. I couldn't find...
Is that so, Yenfei?
I know, Granny, you've told... Hold on a moment. Whoa, that's a really thick book. What kind of things do you write in there? Commercial consultancy. Or... Snezhnaya. Ah, found him. Crossel. A Snezhnayan merchant who once came to me. He mentioned that he would... So, I guess I'll go look for him. Oh, you wanted... Wow. Best we... Hello, Mr. Crossel.
Oh, good.
You're...
Miss Yenfei.
Wait, is this...
No, I'm not worried. The contract, in return, I included a clause that guarantees...
Guaranteed genuine.
Of course.
In that case,
Oh,
thanks a lot, Miss... I'm out of here. It's kind of cozy in here. Nap time.
Oh, whatever shall I be? Yes, that's me.
How do you do? My associates and I are...
The hairpins. I don't know how it could have happened. I spent so much money on them. If I have to pay their original value, we now have a big banquet is coming. That's what the hairpins were. But now that I've lost,
Why does Paimon...
would you really?
Hold on.
Huh? Well, I mean,
Let me see. That's right. Yan had true. Right. I finished reading. Furthermore, and given the...
even higher. Oh no.
Uh-oh. However, did you really have to... Whichever way you... Except that if we found...
Please. Please, however much it is, now that it's come to this.
Yes, legally speaking, it seems this is the most sensible course. So hold on.
What did I feel? My family.
No, it's nothing.
Teamwork is dreamwork. Let's light it up.
Dodge this. Don't get frostbite.
Yo. Second movie आया है. Welcome to the stream. यहाँ कुछ नहीं होगा. हाँ. देखते लगबो. हाँ. আরে ডিডুর আধার কার্ডটা তো পুরানা. ডিডুর আধার কার্ড করতে গেছিলাম না, এক্সপায়ার হয়ে গেছিল করলাম না. ডিডুরটা তো আগে করতে গেছিলাম, ডিডুরটা এক্সপায়ার হয়ে গেছিল করছিলাম না.
আগে করতে গেছিলি বলে একবার
মানে এটা লাগে আমি কইছিলাম ওই যে দেখালই আধার কার্ড আধারের লগে কথা কইয়া এটা আমি পারুম না. তুমি ওয়াইফাইটা অফ করো. তুমি ডিডুর প্রবলেম না, তোমার প্রবলেম আছে. অফ করো, অফ এখন করো, এখন হইব দাঁড়াও না, লাগবো 5 মিনিট দাঁড়াও.
Maybe a growth serum?
গেছিলাম না, মোবাইল থেকে করছিলাম।
Ah, Miss. You lost them.
I'm sorry.
Mora, I just.
No problem. But before, it was in fact
Of course.
All right,
Okay.
understood. I'll conduct.
Thank you very much.
Looks like I'll have to.
বিখ্যাত
Please wait.
কইলে
It's
শুনে
not.
না, ঠিক আছে।
Wait, here I go.
হ্যাঁ
Seems like I should have just stayed in bed today.
Miss Yunfei,
No. What I wanted to talk about is there is a chance that the Orin laid on. What do you mean?
obviously not. I'm no adventurer. I don't know if Granny told you this, but if mere mortals come into contact, Mr. Chow, did you at any time? No. Now that is true. If I have deduced correctly, he may still.
If that's the case, we should go confront.
Absolutely not. If we were to confront him now, there's no way. And then, after that, he would simply insist that. Meanwhile, we would have to look under every stone in Liyue, hoping and
So vivid that Paimon thinks it might.
Oh, it certainly is. I've seen my fair share. Well then, since you're so oh, that won't be a problem. But first,
Does there have to be a contract for every?
feels like these are my formal terms of engagement. Every penny we're commissioned, but not bound by. I understand. No problem. Just sign here, and I'll sign too. And I'll also need your signatures on paper.
This contract has so many pages.
All right, that should do it. My fees are the same as always, and I've had a read. Well then, here's your copy of the contract. I will retain the other copy. Not for now, no. Despite, I don't believe you have been part of an investigation. Miss Yunfei, I have to ask. Because, as it happens, whether he actually made it into an item of jewelry or not, also. The idea of someone abused. But again,
Hello.
let's not dwell on this.
10%.
I've got it. If Mr. Crossell had his.
Then live shot আছে
Why, hello.
No, nothing.
There's. That was the first. He was quite. Why, yeah.
Thank you, sir. Adventure time.
Betting on Jade?
Yes, I've heard it said.
A thin light.
If you must see for.
Is that so? Did you find anything? So they really.
There's nothing special to it. It just these two stuff. There may be only and. All right, but no unusual act.
Miss Yenfen.
If you could just confirm for.
Yes.
Then I have no further.
Of course.
Oh, I have this document shows.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say there's
This hard evidence to back.
On the contrary, if you want to make jewelry, you need a professional jewelsmith. Let me think. Jewelry. Aha! Got it.
Well, that was quick.
Because lots of people, as you know, legal, but the amendments made as such, legal is.
So you helped them make sense.
Yes, well,
Hey yo
you sound surprised. Oh, this